I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot of parts.
Nice.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy again with another video, and I am super excited for today's video because I'm going to be building this Hi Capa 5.1 here. Some of the reasons why I'm going to be building this gun inside and out today. I've been getting a lot of requests to kind of show what upgrades and mods I put in my Hi Capa, so I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I put in here to get that nice trigger feel and that nice speed. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I put in my gun. And yeah, pretty much we're going to get right to the build. I don't want to take too much of your time, and yeah, let's get right into it. So the first things first before we begin the build is I do want to take off the front and rear sight. I started taking this off because, as you can see there, the screws are already messed up from gameplay. And you know what they say about Tokyo Maruis, once you use them till they break. So this is another great reason for me to continue to build this gun. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the front and rear sight off so I can be able to use it on the new slide. So we're going to start with the upper of the gun, and after that we'll work our way down to the grip, alright? So I'm going to take these off first. Alright, so what I did was I just took off the front sight of the gun as well as the rear sight. I'm going to take this off when I take off the whole slide, but let's do that. So another good trick that I've learned with Hi Capas, and that was taught to me when I first came into the sport, was shaving out this little nub. If you do the shaving on this thing, you don't need to do that. All you gotta do is just push it out like that, and the gun just like comes out pretty easily. So there are a couple things that I'm going to be using from the stock slide. It's actually going to be this washer, as well as I'm actually going to be reusing the stock hop-up chamber. I feel like the stock hop-up chambers are really good. They don't really, they've always been good to me, so I'm actually going to be reusing that. Everything else, I actually will not be using. Yeah, I'm just going to be needing this and a couple of these guys, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take these out, and I will not be using this as well, so I'm gonna be putting that over here. But I am gonna be using these two. So these are this is a washer as well as a buffer. So now you're able to take out the outer barrel as well as the inner barrel. So all you gotta do is just push it out here, and we're all set to go. I do not need anything from this slide right here. This is all completely stock. It has a stock nozzle as well as a stock blowback housing, so I will not be needing anything here, so I'll be putting that right over here. So out of the outer barrel and inner barrel, I'm only just going to be using the stock hop-up chamber. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew these two screws and then remove this hop-up chamber from the stock inner barrel. Alright, so once that happens, you're actually able to pop out now the hop-up chamber. So what I'm going to do here is just pull these two apart, and you should be able to see the hop-up chamber come apart. Then you have the arm, which you definitely need. This helps push down the bucking itself. So we're going to be switching out this wheel right here with the maple leaf because it has much more adjustment to be able to increase the tension on the bucking. So we're going to remove this wheel here. We can actually start now upgrading the hop-up chamber by getting the wheel as well as a brand new bucking and the inner barrel. So I'm going to get those out really quick. I'm going to be using this as well as a 70-degree maple leaf Autobot bucking. So we're going to be using this combined with this inner barrel. We're going to change this really quick. So once you get this in, basically you're just going to want to follow the nub here, and you're going to want to put it right in the space. So make sure that nub follows right there. You're then going to want to take the wheel, you're going to want to insert it right on top of this area, right there. You're going to want to take the arm, just make sure you get it right in there. So now what we're going to do is we are going to just place the other side of this hypo back on top. Alright, So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take these screws, and you're just gonna make sure you pop these screws back into these holes right here. We're going to insert the new inner barrel into the new outer barrel. What we're going to do here is just insert that into here. Just going to. So now we have the inner barrel and the outer barrel. We are going to start installing the back edge. So first things first is we're going to be installing this as well as the nozzle, the edge nozzle. Of course, I do have nozzle springs here. I'm actually going to be running 130 nozzle springs. I feel like that's just a perfect medium between something really strong compared to something really light. We're going to install this, but first we have to get the stock rear sight back onto this new slide. So we're going to do that first. Next thing is we're gonna have to install this so we're able to use it in this blowback housing. So this is going to go into this right here. So let's open this up. So this goes into this thing like this. Then just come on and drop it in. Alright, I was able to get it in, but basically this is how it should be looking in there. And the screws over here is nice and tight. Use the Loctite. So now you want to take out your 130 nozzle spring. So what you're going to do is you're just going to want to put the nozzle inside of the blowback housing. So as you see that little nub right there, kind of fits right in. And then just want to. So once you have that in here, you're going to want to take your 130 nozzle spring. So then you want to do, you're going to want to take this. You're going to want to insert it right into the back of the slide here. Boom. There we go. Alright, so there it is. So since this is all done, we can now put the outer barrel and inner barrel into the gun. So what you want to do is you just want to make sure you slide in right there and then push these two together just like that. Wow, that is looking so good. Jeez. So we're gonna be working on these four things next to be put into this area right here. So the next step in the guide rod process, or just putting the guide rod, is making sure that everything here, making sure that you have the short strokes in. So I'm actually going to be going with just 2 buffers. So you're going to want to just screw this in here. So this is a 140 recoil spring with the AIP Guide Rod and then the Cow short stroke kit. The next step would be to just put all this together. So you're going to want to put the buffers in, then just drop the spring into here. Alright, so we gotta basically put this whole thing into this area. The way we're gonna do that is we're going to squeeze like this, and we are first going to insert this area. So we are pretty much done with the upper. We are now going to be working on the stud grip. The next step in the whole process is to be able to take off the hammer piece right here. So I already did that, went ahead and took off the internal part of it. I will show you guys how to put it back because I wasn't recording the beginning part of this, but what you're going to want to do here is you're just going to want to drop this guy in there, just like that. So you're going to want to drop this guy in here. And then once you drop this guy, there's a hole there where you actually have to surpass the hole to be able to put this little stem in. Pop that in, and that's it. Next things you're gonna want to take out here is basically, we're gonna be using this whole frame as well as the hammer setup. So next thing is to take off these 2 screws here, as well as there's a small screw right in here. This should really easy come off. Yep, there it is. So boom. The one thing that we want to use here is the steel ring. This is a stock Sear spring, so we're actually not going to be using that. You want to push on this and then screw it to the left or to the right. You want to first press, and I think it's screwed to the left. And then yeah, pretty much that's it. And you want to pull this out. Yep, there it is. And then next thing you want to do is you just want to take out the trigger. So I was able to get the little stem out. It's super small. It's probably one of the smallest parts on the Hi Capa. If I can just get it for you guys, it's literally, that's how small it is. It's the smallest thing ever. But once you get that out, you're able to just kind of just pull the trigger off. So basically what you're going to want to do here is you're just going to want to couple the steel ring together like this, and then you're going to want to make sure that this hole's aligned with the top of the trigger. So you're just going to do that there, and you're going to want to actually just install that into this into the hole. So you see that little silver nub, you're going to want to put that in there. So once you get the trigger in and basically have gotten that little nub in there, what you want to do is you want to make sure that there is enough play so that, let me just show you how it works. If you notice when I go like that, see how the screw goes more in, and then if I go the other way it goes more out. This trigger will hit that bar. It'll determine the trigger pull. So we're going to do this. We're going to take off this catch right here. There we go. Take this out. Alright, so that's how the trigger looks. Alright guys, so the trigger is basically in now. So you see how it's getting right there. That's what we kind of want, is the steel ring to kind of surpass that little angle right here, so it's able to activate the Sear spring. So we're going to be installing, putting this back on first. Let's grab this. This fits. It looks so freaking good. Oh my god. So right after we put the grip onto the frame, you want to make sure that you put the screws right back in so that's actually held down. When you do install it, make sure that the prongs are on top. So you see how this is on top there. So once that's on there, you want to close this. You want to make sure that this thing's kind of like wiggling around. You need to get that black stem in here. Right. Nope. There it is, right there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna install this. Boom. Take this and then just put this guy in there. Wow, this is insane. Yeah, look at the trigger pull. I mean, barely anything. Like it's crazy. So this is exactly what I use every single time for any of my Hi Capas in the grip area. Last but not least, we're gonna put this gun together now, and we'll see the final product. You guys, wow, this gun is insane. This is the final product. Again, if you are subscribed to the channel, I appreciate all your guys' support. And if you're new to the channel and you're watching this, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions of what the name of the gun should be, definitely drop it down in the comments below. But again, I will catch you guys on the next one.
My gun works.
Yeah, what you know about going out, head west, red legs, what's up?